Hello, friends. Dr. Scott Van Beck here. And as many of you know, this month is November negotiation. My colleague Matt Barnes launched with a excellent video talking about how you, as a parent, sort of sharpen your negotiation skills so that you can better represent your children with the school and with school leadership and teachers. Today, what I'm going to talk to you about is sort of taking that to the next level. I was a high school principal, I was a middle school principal, and I want to tell you a story. I had hundreds of parents that would come into my office and they would want to negotiate for their kid. And they would want a different teacher, they would want a different course, or they would want to negotiate around a grade or an attendance question. And all of that was well and good, but I have to be honest. As I was sitting there looking at these adults, one question always went through my mind, and that was, so where's your son or daughter in this room? Because really, what we're negotiating about is them. So here's my tip, parents. Once you learn how to negotiate with your school, then you start teaching your son or daughter how to negotiate for themselves. There's nothing more empowering than to negotiate and defend for your own learning. So I wrote an article called The Art of Negotiation. It was all built around a statement and three questions. Now I'm going to share a statement and those three questions that your son or daughter can learn how to use when they walk into the principal's office. So here's a statement. Mr. Principal or Miss Teacher, I care a lot about my learning. This is really, really important to me, not only what I learn, but how I learn. And I want you to know that I'm serious about this. And so I have three questions for you. What do you want me to learn? And are you open for me to share what I want to learn as the young learner? That's the first question. The second question is, how do we both, you as a teacher, the principal, myself as a young learner, how do we know that I've learned that? Let's talk about that a little bit. What does that look like? And then third, when I'm struggling with my learning, how are we going to form a plan to help take care of that sticky issue, whatever it might be? So I'm going to end this video with a second part of the story. So there were some parents when I was a principal that not only would bring their child in with them, they wouldn't even show up. They would just say, you need to go in and talk to Dr. Van Beck. And so here I am talking to a 12-year-old, 14-year-old, 16-year-old, 18-year-old about their own learning. And parents, let me tell you, I can't think of a time that I didn't do what that young learner asked me to do as the principal, because most of their requests were well thought out. There was no agenda to their requests. They were very authentic. They were very genuine. And so I'll end this by saying, the faster that you can train your son or daughter in defending and promoting their own learning, the better lifelong learner you're going to have moving into the future. Now, before I get away from you today, if you want to learn more about negotiation skills, or you just want to learn more about how you build your child into a lifelong learner, Matt and I are hosting a webinar. It's called The Promise and the Plan. The promise is the promise of lifelong learning for your child. What a great gift. What a great gift to give to your child. The plan, of course, is how do you get there? This webinar is going to be November 14th. It's going to start at 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Central. And you can go to theeducationgame.com. That's all one word, theeducationgame.com. Look under webinars, and you can register for that November 14th. It's 1 hour. It's going to be real fast, but what a great investment for your children. Take care, everyone.